That night did not begin with roaring music or blinding spotlights. Quite the opposite, everything seemed to slow down. The stage lights gradually dimmed, thousands of spectators fell silent in anticipation, and in a brief pause that felt longer than usual, the atmosphere turned both tense and magical. When a single figure stepped into the center of the stage, the silence shattered into a sea of cheers that echoed to the corners of the stadium. That name was Kim Taehyung, one of the members of BTS, and that night he did more than just perform. He created a moment now widely discussed as a global phenomenon. The third concert in the Arirang tour series was initially expected to be just another spectacular performance by BTS. However, what happened far exceeded expectations. Within seconds of his appearance, the energy inside the stadium shifted dramatically. The audience's cheers were no longer just a sign of excitement, but an intensely emotional reaction that felt like a wave sweeping across the entire arena. Kim Taehyung appeared with an aura unlike his usual self. It wasn't just about style or costume, but something deeper, something difficult to explain yet immediately felt. His movements were sharper, more aggressive, and filled with emotional intensity. Every step seemed precisely calculated, every facial expression as if telling a larger story. His gaze was piercing, as though breaking through the camera and reaching every viewer, both in person and through the screen. Those in the front rows even seemed to step back slightly, not out of fear, but overwhelmed by the energy radiating from the stage. Many later described the experience as more than just watching a concert, but feeling something almost physical, vibration that was not only heard but also felt. It didn't take long for this moment to spread across the world. Audience-recorded videos quickly flooded social media, and within minutes, Kim Taehyung's name was trending globally. From the United States to Japan and South Korea, various media outlets began highlighting the performance as something extraordinary. In the United States, several television networks called it a new standard in modern stage charisma. Japanese media described it as an artistic performance that transcends cultural boundaries. Meanwhile, in South Korea, the discussion went deeper. Music critics and industry observers saw Taehyung's performance as reflecting the evolution of an artist entering a more mature and personal phase. One of the most talked about moments occurred in the middle of the performance. During a particular part of a song, Taehyung executed an iconic movement that was actually simple, yet delivered with extraordinary intensity. In an instant, the stadium erupted. The cheers weren't just loud, they felt like a powerful wave shaking the entire space. Many called it the climax of the night. Interestingly, the overwhelming reaction didn't come only from fans. International journalists, who are usually more objective, were also swept away in admiration. Some even described it as one of the best performances of Taehyung's career. They highlighted his ability to control the audience's emotions with subtle changes like a simple hand gesture or a shift in gaze. During the performance, cameras captured the expressions of the other BTS members. They appeared captivated, watching Taehyung's every move with intense focus. This moment immediately sparked speculation among fans that the night was not just an ordinary performance, but a point where an artist truly reached the peak of his craft. This phenomenon quickly triggered a wave of global discussion. Hashtags about Taehyung dominated various social media platforms. Millions of posts emerged analyzing every detail, from movement techniques to the meaning behind his expressions. Many tried to interpret the performance as something beyond mere entertainment. Some fans believed it signaled a major upcoming project. Others saw it as a new phase in Taehyung's artistic journey, a long-awaited transformation. These theories spread rapidly, fueled by clips that continued circulating online. On the other hand, entertainment industry analysts began offering their perspectives. Many noted that Taehyung has significant potential to expand his career on a broader international scale, including in film and other global projects. His ability Even for a team accustomed to handling BTS's massive popularity, the response that night was considered beyond expectations. Comparisons to previous iconic BTS moments also began to surface. However, many agreed that something felt different this time. While BTS's strength is often seen as the result of strong teamwork, that night showed that individual power could shine just as brightly without losing the group's identity. The phenomenon also raised major questions about the future direction of the K-pop industry. Is this the beginning of a new era where individuals within groups have more space to shine? Or is it simply a natural evolution of an ever-growing industry? The impact was felt not only in the digital world but also in real life. Ticket sales for the next concert reportedly surged dramatically. Many who had previously followed from afar now wanted to witness the phenomenon firsthand. This enthusiasm showed that what happened that night was not just a fleeting trend. The audience's emotional reactions also became a key highlight. Circulating videos showed a range of expressions: tears, laughter, and uncontrollable screams. All of it demonstrated that Taehyung's performance touched a deeper emotional layer, creating an unforgettable experience. Toward the end of the show, a simple moment became one of the most memorable. After such an intense performance, Taehyung suddenly stopped. He looked at the audience, gave a faint smile, and the stage slowly faded into darkness. No words, no explanation, yet full of meaning. That smile sparked countless speculations. Was it a sign of satisfaction? Or a hint that there was still something more he had yet to reveal? These questions continued to echo among fans, extending the impact of the performance even after the concert had ended. Now the world waits for what comes next. Every move Kim Taehyung makes draws attention. Every post and appearance is analyzed with curiosity, because if one night alone could create such a massive impact, then what lies ahead feels even more compelling to follow. Global discussions have yet to subside. Kim Taehyung's name continues to be talked about across international forums. Many now see this not just as a viral moment, but as a turning point that could reshape the entertainment industry. And perhaps that is where the true power of that night lies. Not just in a single concert or performance, but in how one moment can capture the world's attention, transcending language, culture, and geographical boundaries. The night may have ended, but its echo still lingers, and it seems it will continue to live on in the memories of many for a long time.